Like the title of the video says, we're actually going to be covering sort of a super secret bonus round for Protea. This is specifically covering Dispensary's ammo container, its universal ammo container, and Temporal Anchor's general nature to rewind pretty much literally anything. And specifically what we're going to be talking about is both of those skills' interaction with Arcwing guns. So, they do, in fact, combo with this ability. So, both your temporal rewind ability and your ammunition generation from your dispensary are going to allow you to use your Arcwing guns more efficiently. Now, it isn't going to make them necessarily do more damage, but whenever you pop this, you will be able to pick up the ammunition that we get from these, and it will count towards your arc guns. So, in general, it's going to probably depend on the arc gun itself, but it is fairly easy to keep this thing rolling, especially if you don't need to pick up the health or the energy. So we're going to be able to very easily maintain most weapons, most arc gun weapons. Some of the very, very fast firing or low maximum ammo ones may still struggle a bit, but that's where her rewind ability comes into play. Whenever we pop this, we'll actually save our state with heavy weapons, and we can shoot the enemies, dealing however much damage your gun does, and when it ends, we're going to rewind, and you're going to have all of that ammo back. So, how does this work? Why does it work? Etc, etc. Well, in general, the rewind just rewinds everything, but it is a little bit funky. It is a little bit funky, and I'm going to start burning some of my ammo real quick, and I'm going to talk about the general nature of arc guns themselves. So, whenever you run out of arc gun ammo, you're going to incur a 5-minute cooldown. Now, this cooldown can be overwritten by grabbing heavy ammunition. Whenever you grab heavy ammunition, you will immediately recharge your arc gun. Now, that being said, we do have a way to get arc gun ammunition, and that is through our dispensary. And we also have a way to reset our arc gun if we happen to run out on accident. And I'll kind of show how that works in a second. But there are some weird kind of, I don't want to say bugs, because I don't know if they're outright are bugs, but they're just weird ways that the ability itself works. So I'm going to stop talking and try to get this thing down to 50. There we go. So we're down to 50. So let's go ahead and look at our deployer here. Normally, this is how it looks normally. We can use it at this time. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my ultimate, and then I'm going to fire the rest of my rounds. And then what we're going to do is we're going to look back at our gear once we rewind. And you're going to see that even though we rewound and got our gun back, it did start our timer. So this can actually be used somewhat to get your timer rolling and then pick up a bunch of ammo from your dispensary to get back up to full. So just in case you accidentally run out, your timer should be able to tick down without you having to wait the entire 5-minute duration. So at minimum, it's going to save you a few seconds at least. At best, it may overwrite the entire cooldown altogether. Now, that being said, as I've stated before, the dispensary itself gives ammunition. However, it will not affect our cooldown. So you notice we did get ammunition from that. So we have some in the reserves. I'm going to go ahead and use the rest of this. Reload the rest and then finish it off and completely get rid of the gun. And it will disappear in a moment. And then we see over here that we've already spent a full minute of our initial 5-minute cooldown. So this does work for mitigating some of that cooldown. So I think that's a really interesting interaction. Whether or not it's a bug, I'm not sure. But that being said, this is not coded as heavy ammunition. This is universal ammunition. So when I pick this up, it does not affect our cooldown at all. So do not expect to pick up that or these little bad boys, because these are also calculated as universal ammunition packs. we still have our full cooldown. So even though they do give us ammunition, they will not restore the cooldown. So in general, if you're playing as Protea and you want to really pull out this heavy gun and feel kind of like a mech, and you know, heavy arms or something back from Gundam Wing days, or I guess the original Gundam Wing stuff, you can do that, and you can keep it up a long time, even in Steel Path. I've done it. So yeah, it's really cool. It's really interesting that it functions this way, and it gives her a very unique flavor in that she can kind of do something that no other frame can really do. But I think that's going to cover it for this video. If I missed anything or misrepresented anything, please let me know in the comment section below, and thanks for watching.